Good evening, listeners. I am Byron Bertram.
And I'm Ivan Penaluna.
And on tonight's episode,
Canada's Cosby found guilty on Facebook.
Oh, you guys like to tell jokes and giggle and kid around, huh? Giggling like a bunch of young broads in a schoolyard. Well, let me tell a joke.
I wanted this to be professional.
I don't gotta listen to this shit.
You certainly don't, pal. Because the good news is... Awesome!
with Byron Bertram and Ivan Penaluna. All right, so this is the big story. It happened maybe sort of last week. Maybe we're a little late to the party, but GM Ghomeshi found not guilty in a court of law, but completely guilty, at least for every single one of my friends on Facebook, for sexually assaulting women, even though other evidence was kind of contrary.
People are upset about that, aren't they? Because it's almost like the criminal justice system has got in the way of true justice as far as they're concerned.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the guy's a scumbag. He's a total scumbag. I spend a lot of time in Toronto, and everybody would say, just like, don't leave him alone with your girlfriend. The guy's, you know, he's a rapey McFucking Raperson. He's a creepy, touchy, fiddly fucking, you know, but what do you expect? He's in radio.
Okay, can I say something about that? You know, back years ago, remember the years ago when everybody was like going, Young Ghomeshi, he's fucking awesome.
Oh, he's just
awesome, awesome. Back then, I was going, I don't really like him. There's something of the night about him. He's a bit fucking dodgy. And they're going, oh, come on, you just don't like him. He's fucking Young Ghomeshi. He's awesome. He's the poster boy for the CBC, the new generation, multicultural awesomeness.
Sensitive Persian prince.
Yeah, and now everybody's like, fuck that guy.
Yeah,
and,
boo,
you know,
boo.
A bit late to the party again. But do you know what? You know, you might not like him, but the point is that he was tried in a court of law and they found him not guilty, because the good thing about a court of law, in contrast to social media, is that you have to convict somebody beyond a reasonable doubt. And that's the key thing. Thank God for the court of law and the rule of law in this country, because otherwise, if it was left to people on social media, they'd be fucking building a gallows for him tomorrow.
Yeah. Well, they already did, just online.
Well, exactly. So everybody's upset about this. They didn't get justice, right? They didn't get the verdict that they wanted.
Well, everybody's so angry, and so it's just like, I'm just absolutely ashamed to be a citizen of this world. Hashtag fucking best.
Okay, so the first thing about that is that how much do they know about the case? Obviously not as much as the jurors, because the jurors had the full information available to them over a prolonged period of time. It was, you know, it was released to them over days and weeks, and they've made a decision based on the information that they were given. People on social media have maybe, let's say, at best, 25 to 35% of the information that they got from the newspapers or social media. They're not really in a position to make a judgment on this.
Well, yeah, and so we, you know, I mean, it's everybody's common, to their disposal. They found out what all the defendants basically were saying, like, after they were in contact with him, after they accused him of like sexual assault, and saying, you know, like, oh, and then they were texting him and they went to see him again. They hang out with him again. I mean, it's kind of the Stockholm syndrome or something. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm sure the guy's a scumbag.
No, okay, but that's what abuse sometimes looks like. But I think it goes further, because there were, in the court case, it did come to light that some of the women who had accused him were in contact with each other prior to the trial and after the accusations had been made. They were laughing and joking about how they were going to fuck him up and teach him a lesson and this sort of stuff. This all plays into it. And they were also caught lying to the court. I mean, you can't say this clearly enough. They were caught lying to the court, and when you do that, your whole accusations start falling apart.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter, because, you know, Facebook's on their side.
Well, that's fair enough. Well, I mean, it's a good job that we're not judged by social media.
So it's just like, listen, if you're gonna lie, then fuck you. You should be charged. You should be charged with defamation of character.
On Aristotle's Bench Press, we ran a video done by a legal expert on this very subject. I suggest everybody watch it. It's under the title Lucie de Cotier is a Liar.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying like it's just a female thing. I'm saying it's a sexless thing. Like, if somebody accuses somebody of a crime that doesn't happen, then you should be liable to be charged. Fuck you.
I don't want to dress this up in this sort of like the political sensitivities of this, who the victim was and all that sort of stuff. No, if you lie about stuff and you can't try and convict somebody on half-baked arguments or a feeling.
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, I don't want GM Gameshi dating my sister, even though I don't have one. But the guy, if he didn't fucking sexually assault you, then, you already ruined the guy's fucking career.
Yeah, no,
He'll
he'll
be
be
in jail. What else do you want, Facebook?
Come on, no, he's going to be doing hockey on CTV before.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to take over fucking Stromanopoulos.
Wouldn't that be great if he did that?
Well, once Stromanopoulos gets accused of fucking like Diddy fiddling or whatever you call it.
That's never going to happen.
It's got to happen. Come on, man. The other prince has to fall.
Come on, old Georgie. Old Georgie, the greatest crime that old Georgie's ever committed was eating a pot noodle that was too hot.
Once he goes, then CBC has nobody because they can't look at any other talent in this country. That's it. They only have those two guys.
They only have those
Once
two.
that last fucking kingpin falls, CBC, they're closed for business.
They really are. I don't know. They haven't got anybody in the wings. It's almost like they're a club. They're a football
George
club.
Stromanopoulos is going to be taking over when Peter Mansbridge fucking retires. He'll be doing the news. He'll be doing that. So fucking, they're going to have to bring GM Gameshi back eventually.
Wouldn't it be
'Cause
hilarious?
They only have 2 fucking employees on that station.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if they had to bring Peter Mansbridge out of retirement to do Q?
And then in a twist of irony, Lucy Cottier accuses Peter Mansbridge of fucking molesting her.
In 1934, before she was born.
Yeah.
But never mind. That doesn't matter to social media because they've already judged him.
Peter Mansbridge, fucking let's lynch him.
Do you like Prince of Mansbridge?
I do like Peter Mansbridge. He's like kind of the comforting voice of Canada.
Yeah, I like Rex Murphy.
Yeah, Rex Murphy.
Rex Murphy is the only person at CBC that really should be paid for his job.
What about Byron Bertram on the Romeo section?
Well, you've earned every penny that you got paid.
I
talking
got
pennies.
hundreds and hundreds of dollars.
You've got thousands of pennies for that.
Fucking tons, man. But
They paid you in pennies, didn't
But
they?
they took the penny away, so now I'm fucked.
Yeah, I think your finest moment there was when they said, "What's the charge?" and you said, "Being an asshole."
Yeah.
That was
Canadian
great.
money's worth shit now. It's like the Canadian peso. Speaking of which, I was just in Mexico City.
Well, yeah, that's fucking great. We'll get onto that later on.
All right.
Anyway, there's another part to this story that we should touch upon, and that is bubbles and domestic bubbles. When they said a member of the Trailer Park Boys has been done for a domestic abuse in LA, I thought, Ricky, yeah, definitely Ricky. Maybe Julian, yeah, no, Bubbles.
Well,
Bubbles
you
been
seen those
smacking
glasses?
bitches around.
Maybe those glasses, he just didn't know what he was hitting.
No, okay. So in all seriousness, no, the Bubbles is in trouble because he smacked someone around in LA, and they don't like that down there. So he got arrested for that. And then Lucy de Cotier said, "You know what? It's been a bad week. I've had enough of this. I'm leaving Trailer Park Boys."
But is Trailer Park Boys even happening still?
No, you know what? They keep on releasing stuff. They've got a 12th season and a 4th movie or something like that. I mean, they're flogging it to death. They really should move on
Jesus.
to other things.
It's like, oh, that's it. I'm quitting the Beachcombers.
It's like Faulty Towers. Yeah, Faulty Towers.
That show hasn't been on 25 years. Doesn't matter. It's been a bad week for me. I'm out of here, you see. Yeah.
Faulty Towers, right? They did 2 seasons. Boom, done. Move on. Do something else.
Yeah.
It really. I mean, Trailer Park Boys. They should have buried it a decade ago. When I first moved here, it was great. 2 seasons, you're done. Christmas special, thank you very much. Fuck off.
Yeah.
Movie, nah.
It's like
don't push it.
It's like staying with a wife for more than 2 years. It's like, yeah, I get it.
Well, that's hard for you because you're actually, that's about. Well, your girlfriends don't even last that long, do they?
Nah.
So anyway, you wanted to talk about Mexico.
Yeah.
So you went to Mexico, did you?
Yeah, I went to Mexico, and Mexico's got some amazing tourist attractions. They got the Museum of Anthropology, they got the pyramids, they got fucking diarrhea.
I think everybody knows
ear
what Mexico's got.
infections. It's great.
Okay, so hang on a minute. Let's get back to why you went there first and foremost.
I went there because I wanted to see the crazy shit. I wanted to go I want to see the soccer game. I want to see Canada versus Mexico, and Canada lost, which obviously, but they play in this crazy stadium, Azteca Stadium. It's like 120,000 people, and the stairs are steep, and they're jaded, and there's no handrails, and if you fall, you're fucking dead.
I've got a couple of Mexican friends here in town, and I showed them that picture of you in the Azteca Stadium, you with a beer in your hand, holding it up next to about 7 riot police, protecting you from 120,000 rabid Mexican fans.
Exactly.
And they went, "Is that your mate?"
Yeah.
I went, "Yeah." And he went all the way to Mexico to watch Canada play Mexico. And I went, "Yeah." And they were very impressed.
Oh, nice.
I think they actually thought you were slightly sad or insane.
A little bit of
both.
Yeah.
Because it looked like you were the only fan there.
No, I was with other ones, but they were sad and pathetic as well.
How many Canada
There
fans
was like
were there?
40 of them. They're called the Voyageurs.
Are you fucking with me?
Yeah, no, that's the name of their group, the Voyageurs.
Are they from Quebec?
No, but that's the name. They gave them to us. We're the Voyageurs, buddy.
So
Yeah,
do they go everywhere?
Yeah, they
all
go
through Central
everywhere.
America.
Yeah, or just wherever. So they won a little tour, and there's just a bunch of them getting their ass kicked, and we're just like, we only lost 2-0. We only lost 2-0.
Is that their song? We only lost 2-0.
Yeah, and then they're just like, we're red, we're white, we're fucking dynamite, Canada, Canada, yeah, fucking buddy. Woo.
Why don't they go and support Canadian hockey? That's a winner's game, right?
Yeah, exactly. Now we don't even win at that. No Canadian teams are going to make the playoffs this year. First time since 1970.
Well, okay, all right, but
anyway,
internationally,
Yeah.
that's the game. If you don't want a life of misery, I mean, why would you support Canadian soccer when you can support Canadian hockey? That's my point.
Well, yeah, but we do support that. We can't just be a one-trick pony. I mean, fuck.
No, we are a one.
We are a one-trick pony. We don't even have that. Oh, we do have a one-trick pony. All we have is hockey and George Stropanopoulos.
No, and we have the Blue Jays as well.
Oh, yeah, we got the Blue Jays.
Blue Jays are pretty
and
good.
we got the fucking Raptors.
Well, we got the Raptors.
But anyway, so then I go to this game after, and then after, I mean, it was over precautious, but they took us down. The SWAT team guarded us while Mexicans were jeering us.
When you say the Mexicans were jeering you,
Yeah.
What for being Canada?
Yeah, but they weren't even being malicious. They were just
No,
kind of laughing.
you're not even a serious threat.
No. They were just kind of laughing. I mean, it was totally overly precautious. Like, I was walking alone. I took the subway packed there in my Canada jersey. A few people were looking at me, just kind of snickering a bit, just, going, oh, you're Canadian. Oh, they're funny. They didn't, whatever.
Yeah.
It was no big deal. I didn't feel any threat whatsoever. I felt just, an invasion of personal space, but that was fine because it's crowded as fuck.
Yeah, you're on the subway.
Yeah, but anyway, so then they give us this escort, on the stadium, just to be precautious. They took us to the riot, this big SWAT van, and then they put all of us on the SWAT van and drive us to the hotel where we were staying. And
You all had to stay at the same hotel?
No, well, I wasn't staying at the hotel. I was staying with a buddy's place where I went down to see my crazy circus performer buddy Poncho. But then I took a lift back to them to the hotel, and me and another guy had to hold the door shut of the SWAT van because we're just flapping open. Couldn't even close it. So the security was amazing, but the safety was horrible. So Mexico City, that's just, it's a fucking
Mexico.
crazy place.
It's a great place. I liked it.
Yeah.
You thought it was a bit dirty.
It was dirty as fuck. It's a second world country. It's a real shithole with some amazing stuff in between.
Do you know what? Because we were talking about this earlier on. Of all the places in Mexico, Mexico City I thought was by far the cleanest, tidiest, and possibly the safest.
I'm not
Of all the other places in Mexico.
I realized after a few days there, I'm just like, I'm a first world pussy.
Yeah,
I'm
you
a
fucking
fucking bitch.
You are. You should
I'm
go
a
to
fucking
Durango or
Vancouver-
somewhere like that.
I'm
Or
a Vancouver man,
Zacatecas.
bitch. Well, I got an ear infection too, and I felt very vulnerable, and I just felt like this drunk fucking schoolgirl at prom who fucking drank too much for the first time. Like, damn.
It didn't make you happy. You've been whinging ever since. haven't
Yeah,
you?
I've just been a whingy bitch. Thanks, Mexico, for giving me fucking earaches.
I don't think you can blame Mexico for getting earache on a plane.
Fuck, I don't know, man. As soon as I land, I got this fucking ear infection. Now I'm convinced I'm gonna die.
So that's Mexico's fault.
It is. Thanks.
Okay, fair enough.
Thanks. Build a wall, Trump. You built a wall against my fucking ear.
Well, if Trump's wall was in existence, your ear never would have had that
Yeah.
problem.
Thanks. Thank Trump fucking procrastinating.
Well, you're saying that
elect the guy
basically, if you
first.
got on with it and built the wall, then
Yeah.
you'd be no.
Then my ear would be fine.
If you hadn't gone to Mexico, I told you not to go to Mexico.
Yeah.
I said, stay here and do some worthwhile shit with me. And you went, nah, I really have to see Mexico versus Canada.
Yeah, I know. It was a ridiculous choice.
You see, what people need to realize is that when I say something, right?
Yeah.
I'm usually right.
Right.
And you just need to accept that and go with it.
But you said don't go to Australia. I'm kind of glad I went.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay, that one I wasn't quite
All
as
right.
right
Because
on.
we're 50-50.
All right. But Mexico, definitely.
But next time I'm going to be like, you know what? I think I'm going to go to Sierra Leone. I would just want to see fucking the Ebola Museum. You're going to be like, maybe not a good idea.
No, I'm going to say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because most of your ideas are bad.
Yeah.
And some of them are okay. But none of them are good.
That's why I hang out with you. You're the ideas guy.
I'm the ideas guy, yeah.
I don't have to come up with the ideas
I've
because I
got-
got you. That's why I got you with me.
I'm surrounded by friends who just have bad ideas.
Yeah. Well,
And it's
that's
like,
why
don't
you're
do
their
that.
friend.
Don't do that.
If you weren't
It's a
around,
ridiculous
then,
idea.
fucking, what else would happen?
I don't know. They would have no one to be sheepish around when they next saw me. I'm not going to say it, but you know it. I know it.
Exactly. Oh,
Right.
fucking, I would have had a better time with GM Gameshi.
Oh, you and Gian Gomeshi in Mexico City. Oh, you would have been a fantastic time.
There, you know what I mean? Fucking, they would just be like, "What, man? This guy, good guy. I don't know, man. Rapey guy, television. Don't that fucking is like our president, man. Who cares?"
Yeah. Yeah, Gian Gomeshi might end up on Mexican TV. I think he's going to end up maybe on CTV, doing a hockey, something like that. Or, it might end up on American TV.
The funniest thing about Mexican television is watching Sharknado.
Sharknado?
Mexico. Yeah.
So for anybody who doesn't know, and I don't think there's anybody really out there, Sharknado is basically a fantastic movie. I think this was born out of Snakes on a Plane sort of shit, wasn't it? And basically, it's a tornado or a hurricane
filled with sharks.
Filled with sharks.
Yes.
Because you know what? I've got good money to spend. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend it on going to see a movie about a tornado full of sharks.
Well, you don't have to, because this is in the theater for maybe half an hour.
Is there a story arc to this?
Oh, well, I saw it all in Spanish, but I realized, you know what? I don't need to know it. I don't even need to see it in English.
No.
You basically just see, like, oh my God, all these sharks are just tearing, like, just ate the White House and the Capitol building and the monument and all that. And then in California, they're watching it on the news and they don't even give a shit because, like, whatever, man, we're surfing, dude. Woo!
And then the sharks
come out there, but then, like, a couple people have to fucking save the day and just kill them all.
So what happens when, like, the sharks hit the snowy parts of Eastern America?
I guess that didn't matter because they already went through it.
Okay, my son would take issue with some of these things.
I guess science didn't really play. Global warming didn't. I don't know. This might be a result of global warming, though.
Okay.
Global warming is real. Sharknado is in effect. Watch out.
All right. I've had enough of this. Let's go to the fucking news.
This is the fucking news.
All right, go. In 5, 4. I can't do it. We'll do it live. Okay. No, we'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live.
This is the fucking news.
Fucking thing sucks.
So, first up this time, someone, of course, has gotten themselves in trouble for cultural appropriation, being racist, blah, blah, blah. Take a wild guess who?
Do you know what? It could be anybody.
Well, yes. But more specifically, Justin Bieber.
Oh, I do know this.
He gets in trouble for all sorts of stuff, but racism.
Well, especially you'd think because didn't he make his whole career off of sucking Usher's dick or something like that?
Yeah,
musically, I mean.
And dancing like Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
So basically, the thing is that Justin Bieber, you see, in the old days, right? You could have dreadlocks if you were white. You might look stupid, but that was about the worst of it. And nowadays, no, you can't do that because that's a cultural crime. Yeah. And poor old Justin, right? There's a picture of him, and he looks all sad, like a fucking dog that's been smacked around the face. And he's there with his dreadlocks. He doesn't look like he's enjoying the dreadlocks, and everybody's just fucking queuing up to wail on him.
I'm sorry, but no culture gets to steal a hairstyle and then cry foul.
I know.
If you're able to grow the hair and do whatever the hell you want with it. He already took the lesbian fucking Hitler cut. Nobody cared about that. Was he being homophobic and Nazi? No. Everybody was wearing it, too.
That's very true.
Yeah.
No one complained when Lionel Messi looked like a fucking lesbian from Burnaby.
Yeah, no.
Remember?
No.
When he had that haircut?
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's still buying his jerseys. They still are.
Well, and also, he's also bleaching his hair as well as putting them into dreads. So how come the Swedes aren't bitching? I mean, that's obviously...
Well, that's a good point, but they don't have any identity or voice anymore.
They hate themselves. So they hate themselves
to the point where
hair.
they destroyed their culture. Yeah. But that's a story for another time.
Yes.
And Bieber, he always looks really upset, doesn't he? He always looks sad. Never fucking smiles.
Well, now he's got something to be sad about.
Yeah, he's racist and he's sad.
Yeah. Oh, poor Justin. He just thought, I'm just going to get a new hairstyle. Fucking no, wrong. You can't do anything anymore. In fact, don't do anything because it's probably not okay.
Yeah. Get GM Gameshi to fucking bitch slap him.
Yeah, exactly.
Choke him out for being a racist piece of shit. This is CBC coming down on you, motherfucker.
On CTV.
Yeah. Now that'll be on CTV.
Gian Gameshi is going to be choking people out on CTV. Yeah. I still maintain that the greatest crime that Gian Gameshi committed was letting down CBC, and I think they still feel like that about it. Yeah. You know what? We invested so much money in you, like a fighter pilot. We invested millions of dollars in you. You were the poster boy. You were going to be the new great white brown hope, and you fucked it.
Yeah.
You know what I think John's new TV show should be? Pay-per-view, John punches annoying people. We can have the first episode with Justin Bieber. He just walks up and boom! And then afterwards, Justin texts him and says, "I love your hands."
Oh,
just
what
like
about
Lucy?
He could just do some sort of like extreme sort of like bondage pay-per-view site where he just chokes out women who want to be.
Speaking of that, I saw fucking porn on Mexican TV, tranny porn, but it was
Tranny porn?
Yeah, but it was softcore tranny porn. They're trying to make it really romantic too. It was
Brilliant.
It's by far the most culturally strange thing I've.
They're not. They're quite. They're not averse to that sort of thing south of the U.S. border, are they?
No.
They kind of like that. It's like you can't leave Brazilian footballers alone for 5 minutes without them going down to the street and getting a fucking tranny prostitute.
Oh, they love it.
They fucking love it.
Yeah.
It's like, look, dick and tits. Fantastic.
Yeah, nothing more they like than
Payday.
kicking balls and feeling balls.
You've got the whole fucking kit.
Yeah.
Dick and tits.
Oh,
Amazing.
Well. Justin Bieber, just shave your head, and then everybody will give you shit for being a neo-Nazi.
Do you know, if Justin Bieber just came out and said, I'm a tranny, I'm allowed dreadlocks, then that would be fine.
Yeah.
Maybe he's transracial, just like Rachel Dulles, whatever the hell her name was.
Yeah, remember her? She was fucking good. She was good value, wasn't she? She was hilarious. Justin Bieber needs to say, I identify as black. And then everything's fine.
Works for Sean King.
It works for everybody. Just say, you know what? I identify as black. Really? Do you get to do that? I can do whatever I like.
Oh, and by the way, here's my list of pronouns, okay?
All right, what else we got?
All right, well, speaking of head things, Air France stewardesses are really pissed about a new regulation that was going to come in that would force them to wear headscarves on flights to or from Tehran. The stewardesses union not having this shit. They have decided that stewardesses will have the right to refuse to do those flights, whether the company likes it or not.
So basically, I think the thing about this is that France has had enough of people being forced to wear headscarves if they don't want to. I mean, France, like
I think
Belgium,
they should just put a fucking burqa on the plane.
put a burqa on the plane, paint it all black except for the cockpit with a little bit
Yeah, no,
of
because
space
it's got
around
to
the
see.
eyes.
Yeah, exactly.
How about that?
Yeah, that's fine.
I think that would be much better.
Yeah.
Well, that way it's
they're
just
covered.
basically burqing the whole plane. So if anything, I think it should kill it because you don't have to wear the burqa, but the whole plane, it's burqing for everybody.
The stewardesses should be in bikinis, right? Because what Iranian doesn't want to get on a plane, leaving Iran to go to France, and all the stewardesses are in bikinis, especially if the outside of the plane has been painted like it's got a burqa on it.
Yeah, I don't think you should wear a burqa. I'm for freedom of speech, but you should be wearing some red, white, and blue fucking French fucking bikini fucking thing, and just be licking a fucking baguette erotically. Okay, that's what you got to be doing. Sorry, that's the other alternative. I mean, I'm all for women's rights, but I'm also a pervert.
Did you get enough fuckings in there?
Yeah. What's that?
I think we've nailed that one, haven't we? I mean, it's up to them. I mean, France and Belgium have had enough of all of this shit, and people are now saying, you know what, enough. Yeah. We've got enough of it at home. We're not going abroad.
But if you are flying to Jamaica, you should be forced to grow Justin Bieber dreadlocks.
Yes.
And wear biker shorts and cut off denim.
Yeah, come on. Sorry, Tehran. Fuck
So
off.
is that not cultural appropriation if white women wear them?
Yeah, exactly.
Sure.
Biker shorts and cut off denim?
Oh, I thought
Hang
you
on a
meant
minute. Hang on a
headscarves.
minute. What's it? Twerking.
Yeah.
That's cultural appropriation.
Of course it is, but on the other hand, all the bimbos all want to twerk so they can. There's some weird fucking thing with that.
So you're saying there's cultural fucking hypocrisy appropriation?
I think so. And where I was gonna go with this is I occasionally take classes at the pole dancing studio.
Pole dancing, that's cultural appropriation because what you're pretending to do is be poor white trash from southern states of America.
Hey, I'm half white trash, so I'm allowed. But not
see
from the
that.
southern United States. But, my mom's family's from New Brunswick, which is like our trailer
that's
parkland.
trashy.
Close enough. It's just amazing when they're all suburban white girls. They complain if the teacher puts on rock and roll because they want like, fuck you, ho, fuck, bitch better have my money type of hip hop. The nastier and more degrading, the better. They all want to be like hip hop video skanks.
Right.
And they all want to twerk. And apparently that's not cultural appropriation, I guess because they...
Because no
Sit in
black men
rappers'
because no
laps, I
black
don't
men are complaining about that shit.
So,
No.
and the black women are getting paid $70 a workshop per student to teach it. So
There you go. Well, everybody's happy, right?
yeah.
Everybody's happy.
When it
Everybody's
comes to
happy.
being
There's
a
no
hoe,
losers.
cultural appropriation, we're going to give you a pass.
Okay, and the other thing in this equation, which is worth mentioning, is that there's a lot of angry black women who are just angry about the fact that black men prefer big ass white ladies,
Yeah.
and that's a reality.
How dare those men have their own preferences?
There you go. They're pissed off
like-
because they're not getting a look in.
Well, it's kind of like washed up, middle-aged, fat white chicks complaining about white men wanting to fuck Asian girls.
There you go.
It's like,
And
You know what I'll tell you,
how
though?
dare he have his preferences? How come I don't
know
want
what,
to
though?
fuck me?
You know, I got a lot of Chinese friends, and I got to tell you, nothing's more racist after talking to them. Nothing's more racist than a white woman's vagina. Because they will just not fuck Asian. They just not take that Asian dick. It's like, no, I won't go there. I don't care if it's racist. Not going to fuck an Asian.
Really?
Yeah.
Where
A
do
white
you
woman's
hear this
vagina is the
stuff?
most racist thing in the fucking world.
A white woman's vagina is the most racist. That should be the title of this show.
Yeah.
That a white woman's vagina is the most racist thing in the whole
Yeah.
world.
Mine
That's
goes
a
beyond
bold
racism.
statement.
It has a much broader list of things it hates. But, they tend to go in either one direction or the other. It's either the whites only vag or it's the coloreds only vag.
Oh,
but either
exactly.
way, it's Jim Crow, right? So
Yeah. White woman's vagina is an angry thing.
I'm glad we've nailed this Air France story.
Yeah, totally.
You know, we've put
Really-
this.
Well,
We've
those
buried it.
badges are
We
saying
have.
no scarves. Fuck you.
We crashed that plane like a fucking Malaysian Airlines.
You know, maybe the scarves could be the dance of the seven veils.
Possibly.
How about that? So, 7 veils for one woman, and everybody else doesn't have to wear a veil.
I think the pilot should be forced to wear burqas.
Backwards so they can't see where they're going.
Yeah, exactly. That'll make the flight
Computers
interesting.
know what they're doing, right? It's all good.
Yeah, exactly. No one needs to fly a plane anymore. It's all computerized. All right, what else have we got there, Pyra?
Well, on a lighter note,
Oh, really? We'll be the judge of that.
anyone have kitty cats here?
No, thank God.
You know what? I'm thinking of getting an animal.
Yeah, you should get like
I'm
12
thinking of getting
them.
a cat, actually.
Yeah, get 12.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like animals. I just love the smell of shit. It reminds me of Mexico City.
Also, the other thing is, right, that if you die, well, eventually you'll die, right? You'll have loads of cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, then they can just eat your flesh before the emergency services find you.
Well, that's cool.
That's a really good way to die.
Yeah, just saves.
Because you can't have an open coffin because the cats have eaten all your face.
Well, that's really nice.
I just like to remind people who've got lots of cats who are over a certain age that is the reality of their future.
Yeah.
You know, that will be the personality of their demise.
You're right. This was an uplifting note.
Yeah, there you go. We've ruined this one. Fucking bellied this one. Go on anyway. So
Well,
what's
my
happened?
point is, when you're picking out the little creatures who will eventually eat your face off,
Yeah.
just be careful that you don't prejudge them, okay?
Right.
Just because it seems that your kitty cat has a penis and balls doesn't mean that he's a boy. He might think he's a girl, you know.
How would you know this?
I'm not sure, but you should ask the broad who wrote an op-ed for the Washington Post asking people not to laugh at her because she has serious reasons for raising her cats to be gender neutral.
Right.
He starts out, quote, "My new cats were freaking out. In carriers in the backseat of the car, they yowled their displeasure. I reassured them, don't worry, boys, we'll be home soon. Whoops, I had called them boys when in fact they were girls.
Were they really girls? Had they got vaginas?
I'm not sure. I think she has just decided that they're going to be gender neutral.
Oh, so basically, she said boys. Well, the problem lies with her. Why is she calling them boys? She could just call them guys. It's kind of like a loose term.
I personally think she should call them Zers, with the X or the Z, because she's going on to say, as she began to get an infinitesimal taste of what transgender and gender nonconforming people face, she started to be worried that she was being bigoted towards her cats because maybe they were trans.
You know what? Shame on the Washington Post for publishing this shit. Really? I mean, I'm just glad I'm getting old. One day I'll die and I'll leave this ridiculous world behind because it never used to be ridiculous, but it has become so. And it's only going to get more and more ridiculous. And millennials, you're fucking welcome to it. It's insane. You've created insanity. I'm sorry. Some people have helped you. We're either going to have a revolution and just kill you all, or else we're just doomed. And I'll have to leave. That's fine.
The problem is that it's accelerating, so the doom might come by next January. So are you planning on being dead that fast?
No, the great thing about this, and this is
because we'll need to find a new host.
Okay, fair enough. But my point about this is that basically this is what cultures in decline look like,
Yes.
right? This is what cultures in decline look like. They indulge and they get ridiculous. And then guess what? There's another culture right on their shoulder, waiting to fucking take over. And, you know, I don't know. I mean, I don't know what that culture might look like nowadays in this world that we live in, but...
well, in Vancouver, it'll be the Chinese, and they don't give a crap about transgender cats.
They don't give a shit about that. And that's what a young, vibrant, healthy culture looks like.
Yeah.
You know, a culture in demise indulges these sort of ridiculous...
And strong
comes out of a
cultures
place
are like,
of-
we
of-
have shit
It
to
comes
do.
out of a place of like paranoia and insecurity.
Insecurity and also demise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
of course it
attention
does.
whoring. It's like, because it's not just like, yes, the fear of doing something wrong by misgendering the cats. Think about the kitties. But then also, she couldn't just keep that delusion to herself. She had to write about it for the Washington Post so everybody knows that she cares about her cats
You know
more
what?
than you do.
And the boys from Allah Akbar are fucking laughing their cocks off reading this shit.
They're sharpening their knives.
They're
Speaking of,
sharpening their knives and
speaking
they're
of
going...
Muslim extremists, you should go to Mexico because you don't have to worry about them at all.
No, they're all fucking dead. The cartels killed them.
Yeah. Did they
Yeah.
actually?
No, I don't know. I mean,
No,
you
they
know,
never even showed up.
There's no Muslim extremists in South America. It's probably the most Catholic place on the planet.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah.
Well, also, they can kind of look and go, the beheadings thing, that's kind of already covered there. But
Yeah, we
Yeah,
know
the
this.
Aztecs already fucking did
We
it.
know
We're
this.
just going to be hacks.
You know,
Literally.
and that's
Hack,
another.
hack.
That's
they do
another
it for
point.
fun.
That's another point about this, right? South American and Latin American culture is not insecure about itself, so it won't pander to any of this shit.
No, they don't have political correctness. They
No.
don't. I don't know what that is, man.
Get the fuck out of here.
That is a white guilty thing, man. We don't do that.
We don't do that.
Yeah.
I heard they do that in the crazy countries like Sweden, man.
I don't
Sweden,
know what
Denmark,
thing, man.
UK, France, America, Canada, all those fucking nuts places.
Did anyone
Australia
ask
to a
you
degree.
if you identified as something funny being from Canada or like had weird quirks?
Oh, one guy said to me, he's just like, Canada, man, this place, you know what they do? They suck cum out of trees, man.
That's a very, very Mexican interpretation of how to extract maple syrup from a tree.
Yeah. He's like, they're based, they're a big landmark, they're national pride, man. They're a big landmark. It's a series of donut shops.
But don't they have churros down there, which is like the same thing?
They got everything. They got
Yeah, they got those little sticks that you deep fry and then serve with hot chocolate. They got all that shit.
they got lots of terrible.
Cheerios. All right, what else have we got?
All right. So, the last story.
I won't ask you again.
If you think that, if you imagine in your mind how you would make university students feel unsafe,
By putting a grenade in their sandwich box.
smaller than that,
Okay.
it's
by,
a gesture.
Saying a mean word.
Close.
by telling them that they have to have gender 3 bathrooms.
Close.
Okay, good. We're getting there, are we?
We're getting there.
Okay.
Would you have guessed that the answer was raising your hand to wait your turn to speak at a meeting?
That's
you never know what he's gonna
outrageous.
do with
I
that
mean, you know,
hand.
in the old days, that used to be called politeness.
Yeah.
Right? Now, it's offensive. Is that right?
Apparently, is chick named Imogen Wilson. This was at Edinburgh University.
The Scots should know better, really.
Yes, they should.
And I think a lot of them do.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But their stupidest people go to university, and this happens to them. So she was at a student council meeting, and I guess she didn't agree with something being said, so she politely raised her hand
Yep,
so that
like
she
you
might
do.
get a chance.
Right?
And she was made the subject of a insane complaint that she was violating other students' safe space and told not to raise her hand again. Also, she was told not to shake her head during the
Brilliant.
meeting, as that also breached the safe
Oh,
space.
this is so good. The boys from Allah Akbar, they're sharpening them knives, laughing their cocks off and going, we're going to kill you. How about that for a safe space?
Your safe space is in the ground.
There you go. Yeah, you were worried about all that inconsequential shit. We've got some
You know
real
what's
shit
even
for you.
worse is when the teacher speaks, because that's just like, it's just, it's just verbal force.
Oh, who comes up
And
with
I mean,
this
he's
stuff?
so privileged standing at the front of the room, like thinking he knows things because he like actually studied them.
It's sort of this, hierarchy sort of shit. It's bullshit. We should all be equals.
It's a good job Christopher Hitchens is dead, isn't it?
Yes, although I suspect he's currently powering a turbine turning in his grave. Unless he was cremated, in which case, never mind.
Oh, dear. That's fantastic. No, you can't make this shit up. I know people say that. You can't make this shit
Well,
up.
it gets even weirder.
Oh, does it get better, this one?
Yes, there was a vote taking place to decide whether Imogen should be removed from the meeting.
I love the way you say Imogen.
Imogen, I don't know. What's her face? Anyways, the vote went in her favor. 18 people voted for her to be removed. And 33 people supposed that she could stay.
Brilliant.
And then she added, I think she must be part Swedish because she got Stockholm syndrome here. She said, I completely understand the importance of our safe space policy, and I will defend it to the ground. I did not think it was fair, though, and had it gone further, I would have either left or argued against it. I'm sure that would have been a violation of the safe space, too.
I think she might be Swedish because no one would in Britain would say, I'll defend it to the ground. I've never heard anything.
I mean, what was she raising her hand? Well, like to a 90-degree angle and saying, see Kyle? What was she doing?
Oh, she was like, can I speak?
If she is Swedish, that might make
Eventually-
sense, but come on.
Yeah. This is one of those weird-ass things. Oh, it was a vote about...
What news source was that on?
This Daily Mail, but I also saw something about it in The Guardian, I think.
That's good. We got both sides of the story then.
Yeah. And it was a meeting about voting about the boycott, divestment, and sanctions, the anti-Israel thing.
See, all these guys who are in that meeting, they're all on board anyway. They're all going to play by these rules because they've all drank the Kool-Aid. They're all completely committed to this this journey that they've decided to go on and take everybody else with them.
Yeah. Well, there is one bright spot here. Apparently, after word of this came out, one of the first year students at Edinburgh University, Charlie Peters, decided this is fucking
That's a made-up name.
Probably. He decided to tweet against the safe space policy and actually set up a petition against it, which had like 1,000 signatures or something on. And part of the one of the things he tweeted was, safe spaces now censor, quote, inappropriate hand gestures. My university is becoming pathetic. So you go, okay, at least there's 1 plus 1,000 signatories that aren't completely insane and retarded.
Just sensitive fascism. Everybody needs to just be beaten to death by a fucking pair of dreadlocks.
And we've touched upon this before. This is a very good case of the left eating itself.
Absolutely.
It's this need, this craving for constant revolution means that basically, as in the case of Robespierre in the French Revolution, he was eventually beheaded because guess what? The machine that you create, the creature you create becomes...
Well, eventually you're going to push it too far where it's just going to be like, oh...
It has to eat everybody.
Yeah.
For total revolution,
we can't say yogurt because we're offending bacteria. I don't know. Eventually it's going to get to a point where you're like, when's the spine going to break?
It's hilarious.
It's going to crumble.
It's hilarious just as long as they don't make everybody else go with them.
Yeah.
If they just do this in isolation, it's fucking
Well, the thing is that most
funny.
people do find this kind of bullshit. It is a real thing and it is a growing thing, but then there's also the growing resentment to it too. And you're like, are you fucking kidding me? And and that's the wonderful thing about social media and stuff like this. Is,
well, also, there's a lot of people do support it. There's enough people do support it, but also there's a lot of people who tacitly support it with their silence.
Yes.
And that's my big issue. You don't speak out against this shit. And you just go, I don't want to be... Because, as a friend of ours describes it, social media is directional swimming or death, right? If you can all swim in the same direction, and there is a narrative, and that's fine. But if you swim in the opposite direction to the narrative, you're going to fucking die. Mm-hmm. There's no room for you. You're a pariah.
well, especially if you're in a certain social sect.
Yeah, or if you're in the arts, or if you're involved in education or public policy or anything really where political correctness and cultural Marxism has a stranglehold, you're fucked.
Yeah, like if I just said like, hey, I think I can vote for Donald Trump, he seems like the best.
Yeah, you should put that on Facebook.
If I did that, and I was like serious about it, oh my God, the amount of anger and hostility and all that shit.
You would have to basically,
I'd be blacklisted.
You'd have
every
to put me on a
aspect of my
retainer.
life.
I'd have to fucking kill so many people on your thread. That's what you'd have to do.
I'd have to get you to fucking just be fighting them off left, right, and center.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
And I'd enjoy it. But anyway,
But
it would take up far too much time.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I think the tide is starting to turn. Like, after all the shit that happened at Missouri University last summer and all the political correctness and protests, all that crap, they found they had a massive drop in enrollment in September. And
money
big
talks.
loss of money from alumni and all this stuff. And now they're going, what is this happening? Well,
Well,
Take a
guess
look
what?
around, yeah.
You're a ridiculous bunch of people
Yeah, exactly.
with some ridiculous ideas. And you know what? Money talks. That's right. Eh?
It's the only way to get the message through.
Yeah. Well, that's why they're all pinning their hopes on Bernie, because Bernie's got loads of free shit to give to colleges.
Bernie will steal it from the people who won't give it.
Bernie will steal it from people who are not really people because they earn more than $250,000 a year.
Well, even if there is one dude, I forget the source, but it was a guy at one of his rallies who I think is a Bernie supporter, but he sort of went up to Bernie and said, well, I make only $40,000 a year. Will my
saw
taxes
this.
go up under your plan? He's like, well, yes, they'll go up about $5,000, but don't worry because you get $10,000 in value for it. And it was something, I guess he was quoting healthcare. And
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, but if you're not sick that year, you're not getting your 10 grand
No,
back.
he's saying,
Like,
yeah, it's $40,000 is fuck all, right?
Yeah.
For a family. And the thing is, they're saying you're going to pay $5,000 more on tax.
That's
Right? So you're basically the
huge.
working poor, and
Yes.
you're going to pay $5,000 more in tax. Who the fuck does that money go to? Oh, it'll go to you if you need it. So you'll get $10,000 back in Medicare and all that sort of stuff if you need it.
Well, here's the thing. I think healthcare and education should be paid for. I personally do. How you get that, how you pay for that is another thing.
And you know what?
I do agree. Bernie taxing speculation, fucking Wall Street speculation. Like, fuck. Those guys are evil fucking assholes.
Well, you know
Fuck
what?
those guys.
The thing is, when you raise the taxes, they leave the country, and then
Well,
that
that's a
has
good point.
Yeah, I mean, the
ripple
thing
effects,
is, like,
right?
I don't have all the solutions either.
And also, this is somebody said this the other day. Bernie Sanders isn't saying anything that the Tea Party didn't say before him.
Yeah.
The Tea Party were talking about
Well, they're not usually talking about raising taxes, but yeah.
No,
apart from
but
that.
bailing out banks and doing all of the stuff that you just mentioned. The Tea Party fucking owned that before Occupy, before Bernie, and before any. They're just basically copycats, right? But they put it on a more palatable socialist
except because
platform.
but they're not as homophobic and racist and bigoted.
Well, you know what? I mean, I think that's
The Tea Party's the
most of them
extremist.
aren't.
No. I think. Okay. In all fairness, I think people need to really. I think the Tea Party's been the victim of a hatchet job by the media to a large extent. I'm not saying that they're not, to some degree, what you're saying, but I don't think that they're Disney villain that you're painting them out to be.
I don't even think that's a majority of them. I think there's yes, you get some of the evangelicals who are affiliated with the Tea Party who may
Be the
but
complete
even there, a
radical
lot of them might.
fags burn a hell.
That even there is a small percentage of those.
Yeah,
Most
yeah,
would be
yeah.
like, well, it's not really in God's plan, but if the kid comes home with a same-sex partner, well, then they'll pray about it and kind of get over it. I guess
so-
that's how God made you.
Rand Paul, Tea Partyer, right?
Yeah.
Rand Paul, Libertarian, Tea Partyer. How does that fit into the equation? That doesn't make sense. If you think of the Tea Party as a Disney villain and somehow Rand Paul's associated with them, it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It doesn't to me.
No, it
But
doesn't.
anyway, we'll save that for another one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this isn't that funny.
It's not that funny. No.
No.
You just get a dick joke in there.
Yeah.
No?
I got nothing.
You're not very well, are you?
No,
You're not on
I'm
your
I'm losing a bit of
game,
steam.
are you? You're not on your game. I keep on turning away from the mic to have a look at him. But anyway,
Well, that's because I'm dying.
you're not dying.
Thanks, Mexico.
So exactly how did you get this ear infection?
I don't
thing?
know, man. Got a fucking, I don't know, selective Ebola on a fucking plane. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm just a cranky fucking miserable cunt who thinks he's dying.
So you think you're dying, right? Don't you? Because do you remember it was a few years ago now, but remember when we were running Capone's together, and I'd arranged to meet you down here in this very room.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'd arranged to meet you at 7:00 so we could go and open up Capone's and host it for the night, right?
Right,
Together.
right.
You were going to be headlining, I was going to be hosting, something like that. And I got here at 7, and you said, "Shit, no, I can't do this. I've got to go to the doctors." And I said, "Why?" He says, "I've got something." You said, "I've got something terribly wrong with me." I said, "What is it?" He says, "I've got this lump in my groin, right in between my leg and my pelvic triangle." And I said, "So what?" He says, "Yeah, I've got an appointment at 7:30. I've got to go see the doctors. I think I've got cancer. It's a lump here." And I said, "Okay, well, where is it?" And he said, "Yeah, it's just halfway." And he went, "You mean about there?" And he went, "Yeah." And I said, "That's your fucking lymph node." And he went, "Are you sure?" I went, "Yeah, I'm not a doctor, but that's definitely a lymph node. That's where your lymph node is." Yeah. And then and you were convinced that you were dying, and I forced you to fucking cancel it just so that you could help me run this show, because I thought, fuck this, Byron. I am not having this show ruined because you've got a hypochondriac turn on the go.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I'm going to say to you right now about this one.
Okay, cool.
All right, but this is a bit more serious. You could actually be dying. But I think it's basically, because it's where you hold your phone up to your head, right? So you probably cooked that side of your ear.
Right.
And you've probably fucked it
Yeah,
for life.
right.
Yeah, but there's nothing you can do about it now.
Because I'm dying.
You may well be. Well, you're dying anyway because you're what, 33?
Yeah. No, a few years older, yeah.
Yeah, what, 36?
37, yeah.
Yeah, he was. So you're probably, I mean, you're going to be dead in the next 40 years or something like that. Yeah.
Don't remind us.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah. You look a bit worried now.
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 50.
Okay, well then you can't complain. You're closer than we are.
Oh, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, well, once the jihadis
I spent large parts of my life just going, one day I'll die and this will all be over with. So, I've embraced that shit, man.
Yeah.
Fucking ISIS terrorists blow me up in a bomb. I go, you know what? It's been all right. Just, it's over.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, dear. So, anyway, on that cheerful and happy notes, I think we should wrap this one up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope
You're out. Look at you, fucking no fun. You're miserable. You're no good. Where's the old bouncy Byron? Where's Tigger from Winnie the Pooh? Where's Tigger with 18
I think we have to
pies
give
in
him some new drugs.
Yeah, these drugs are shit, Byron. Get some new ones.
Yeah, the new and improved fucking bouncy fucking upbeat Byron drugs.
You need to get some crystal meth to go with that ear infection.
Yeah, boy.
Byron on crystal meth. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I'm going to go see my fucking pharmacist, a.k.a. fuck Flava Flav.
Dear me. All right, well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. I've been Ivan Penaluna.
I'm dying. Good night.
I'm sure Dracula.